A good quiche makes the perfect light lunch. Once you have mastered your short crust pastry and made the perfect egg custard filling, the vegetables or meats you can add to create your own quiche recipe are endless. To make the short crust pastry, place 1½ cups of plain flour and 110 grams of chilled coarsely chopped butter in the bowl of a processor and process until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs. Whisk 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of iced water and a pinch of salt together in a small bowl. While the motor of the processor is running, add the egg mixture to the flour mixture and process until the mixture starts forming large clumps. Turn onto a lightly floured surface and knead very briefly until the dough just comes together. Shape the dough into a disc and cover with plastic wrap. Place in the fridge for 30 minutes to rest. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Roll the pastry dough out on a floured sheet of baking paper to a 3 mm thick, 35 cm diameter round. Use a plate to trim the pastry to a 33 cm round. Lightly grease a 4½ cm deep, 25 cm wide springform pan with butter. Gently roll the pastry around the rolling pin, then roll the pastry into the pan. Lightly press pastry into the pan and, if necessary, trim the edge with a small knife. Line the pastry with a large disc of baking paper and fill with dried beans or rice. Bake for 20 minutes, then remove the beans and paper. Brush pastry all over with the egg yolk, then bake for a further 15 minutes or until light golden. Remove from the oven and set aside to cool. Reduce oven temperature to 170 degrees Celsius. Trim the rind from a 200-gram piece of speck, then cut into 5 mm thick slices. Cut the slices into 5 mm thick, 2 cm strips. Heat a large frying pan over medium heat. Add the speck and cook, stirring for 6 minutes or until lightly golden. Transfer to a plate lined with paper towel to drain. Scatter the speck over the pastry shell. Sprinkle with 2/3 cup of coarsely grated Gruyere cheese. Whisk 3 eggs, 1 cup of milk and 1 1/3 cups of creme fraiche or thin cream with a balloon whisk in a large bowl. Season with salt and pepper. Add 2 tablespoons of finely chopped chives and stir to combine. Pour the egg mixture into the pastry shell and bake in a preheated oven for 45 minutes or until the filling is set and lightly golden. The egg custard should wobble slightly in the center. Cut the quiche, warm or at room temperature, into slices and serve.